Hey guys, it's early December now, so it's time for our November favorites. It means that next time I will be doing maybe the yearly beauty favorites of 2015, and that will be my very first yearly favorite video, so it's very exciting to me. I have quite a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. First thing I've been loving the whole month of November is my Z palette. This is actually my very first Z palette. I'm really glad I got it. You'll probably already know what a Z palette is. Basically, you can just depot your eyeshadow or your single eyeshadow, and then it's magnetic, so it doesn't fall. Except those two eyeshadows, which are from Sephora. All the rest are from Makeup Geek. I don't own any single eyeshadow from MAC or from Makeup Forever. All of them are from Makeup Geek. So as you can see, I actually don't have that many, so it means that I can collect a little bit more. I'm not super sure whether I will really bring it to travel with, just because the lid itself is not super locked, and I don't know whether it will open during the trip. But as for at home, it's just really very easy and just a very worth invested tool, so really happy about this. Next thing I want to share is a foundation. Next month when I talk about the yearly beauty favorite of 2015, it will definitely still be on the list. It is the Face and Body Foundation from Makeup Forever. As you can see, it's very well loved, and this is just my everyday go-to holy grail foundation, and I really want to give it a shout out because the previous video when I do the BB cushion review and demo, I mentioned that I really care a lot about the skin texture. Dry patches, cakey, heavy, those texture just really get to me, so that's kind of one of my top priority when I choose the foundation. This foundation just fit exactly my preference in face makeup. It's very lightweight and very light coverage, but it still give you the basic coverage. I mean, it can still cover off my pore and overall my redness and blemishes. It still make your skin look like skin. Very natural and very beautiful, glowing. And whenever I wear this, it just make me feel that my skin is naturally really beautiful and naturally really good. So if you are someone like me who really enjoy a very healthy, natural looking skin and light to medium coverage, and if you don't have too many problems on your face, then I really think you should try this out. This shade is super dark. It is my summer shade, but because it is so sheer and very easy to blend out, so this is what is on my face today. And as you can see, the color is actually pretty good. I really recommend it, and this is definitely one of my all-time favorite foundation. Next, I want to talk about some of the eye products from Makeup Forever. One is their it's just the loose pigment. They just call it star powder. I don't know whether there's a specific shade. And the other one is just their Aqua cream, waterproof cream color, and it's in shade 17. Those two are what is on my eyelids today. So this star powder pigment is just a very beautiful pink champagne type of color, and it's very shimmery, very brightening. It just looks so beautiful all over your eyelids, or you can even use a wet brush to kind of intensify the color a little bit on your inner corner. And the other Aqua cream is in this beautiful burgundy berry shade. I just posted my everyday fall makeup tutorial. If you see that video, I just love wearing this type of berry plummy type of shades in this time of the year. I have never tried and test how waterproof it is because I never wear it to swim or anything like that, but the lasting power is definitely very impressive, and it can last well on my eyelids without smudging or fading away for at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. So I really recommend those pigment and Aqua cream from Makeup Forever, especially those two colors together. They just create the most beautiful, soft, feminine eye look, and I just think it suits fall time a lot. This month I've been also loving one of the eyeshadow palette I own, which is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. So what is special about this palette, as some of you may already know, they are all matte shade, except this one. They call it Transforming Pro, which is a kind of a little bit shimmery white shade. I think the idea is when you want to wear some of those shades in more satin shimmer color, then you can kind of combine the two. I don't really use this function though, because when I first got this palette, I got it because of the matte shades, but all the rest I use it so much and they're just so beautiful. I'm actually not a big fan for matte shadows overall. I just prefer my eyes to look very shimmery or brightening, but this palette definitely just changed my whole idea on matte shadows. As you can see, there are so many different color range. There are some really warm tone, beautiful color, and some of the neutral shade, and some really cool tone, and some really like kind of bright neutral shades that you can just use as a base. They are all so buttery soft and just very easy to blend out. Oftentimes when I apply matte shadows, one of the challenge I have is just I'm not good at blending them out, and they just look like a big color patch on my eyelids, and it doesn't look flattering at all. I think any beginner can use it, and it's just so beautiful and so easy to use. And the pigmentation, let me just swatch a few and I will pop some close up, of course. Pigmentation is just very good, and it's just really very buttery, and there's no like weird dryness or something. It's just very soft, very easy to blend. Let me know if you are interested in this palette, then I can do a more in-depth video on it, swatching all the shades and do a demo or something. Next we have a highlighter. Highlighter is just one of my favorite makeup items. I just noticed that there's kind of a very popular trend of golden highlighter. The other day I was just looking at my makeup collection and I realized this is the Physician formula, the shimmer strips in Vega strip. When I look at this highlighter, I just noticed the top stripe here is definitely very golden shimmery color. So I just thought for some of you who are very interested in one of those golden highlighter, but maybe they are too expensive or you cannot get it anymore, then you can really consider this one. Basically, if you kind of keep your brush on the top stripes, then you can get this super intense golden highlighter, and it's just look beautiful. I think put your brush on different area to create different color and different tone, maybe according to your preference or according to your skin tone. Like when I want to have a very golden intense highlight, then I will just put my brush on the top area. But if you want to have a more like a pinky rose gold, almost a little bit bronzy type of highlight, then a little bit under here. I don't know whether you can tell, it's definitely a little bit similar. Well, this one have a hint of kind of bronze or rose gold, and they're just very beautiful. I will pop close up, but the pigmentation are just really very on point. So this one is a golden one, so more on the top area. The golden undertone is not too pigmented, it's more like a very intense sheen with some hint of gold tone. Fair skin tone ladies, I think, may still be able to use it. And this one, of course, is maybe more for medium skin tone ladies like me, because it's definitely darker. But for fair skin tone ladies, you can also still use it as a very luminizing blush or blush topper. They are also very silky smooth, so when you apply on your face, I don't find it accentuating my pores. It just looks like a very beautiful sheen on your face. There is some visible glitter and shimmers, but I don't think it looks too over. It doesn't emphasize my pores or any texture problem, and it just makes my face look very beautiful, glowing. So I just think it's a very nice alternative to one of those very trendy golden highlighter right now. And even if you're not interested in those, golden highlighting trend, I still think it's very worth a try just because it's very beautiful, very intense, and very good quality, and it's drugstore, so cannot get better than that. And I also have a few lip products to share with you. The first one is the Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Coco Bean. So they call this lip gloss, but it's really very pigmented, almost a little bit like liquid lipstick, but it's more in a glossy finish, definitely not matte. This is actually the one I'm wearing right now. When you open it, there's this there's this slide, which I really not a big fan at all. As you can see on my lips, it's kind of a dark brownish color, like one of those very trendy shade right now, like Kylie Jenner lips, and it does make your lips look very plumpy and very full. In my everyday fall makeup tutorial, I'm also wearing one of the Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss, and that one is in the shade Plum Crazy. I really like that one a lot also. That one is more of a dark plummy shade, and while this one is more of a dark brownish shade. So depend on your preference. I personally like both of them a lot, and I just think this Coco Bean is very, sexy, sensual, and it just suits many different makeup look. I don't think the lasting power is that great. I think it lasts maybe 2 or 3 hours, then I will have to reapply it, but I think that's something you can expect when a lip product is not matte. When they are very creamy, very moisturizing on your lips, then you will kind of expect them to glide around or fade away. But I personally don't mind reapplying it because I think just the color is very beautiful and feels very comfortable on the lips. I don't find it too tacky or sticky. I just really like it a lot, except this white weird light in it. Another lip product I've been loving the whole month of November is from L'Oreal, and I don't know the official name. I think it's called like Color Riche line. It's in 102 Samaritaine Beige. So it's kind of a matte lip cream, a little bit like the NYX one. It's liquid, but when you apply it, it's very kind of moussey, creamy texture, and then after a while then it will dry down to the matte finish, and it's just really very beautiful color, pinky nudie beige color. There's definitely a slight hint of brown also, but I think it's mostly pink, so that it's very wearable and very suitable for everyday, and I think it will suit all kind of skin tone. You just apply it, it's really very moisturizing, and you just glide on your lips, and I don't know, it makes the surface of your lips feel very smooth and very just creamy and buttery. It doesn't dry up your lips at all, and after a while it will kind of try to matte finish, but not like really like MAC Ruby Woo type of matte. It's more like a semi-matte finish, just like the NYX matte lip cream. Because it's so creamy and so moisturizing on your lips, the staying power of course is not as long as those really matte lipstick, but I think it will leave a very beautiful stain on your lips, so it fades away very gracefully. That's it. So that's all the things I've been loving in the month of November. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any question upon any of those specific product or the movie or book I mentioned, then really just feel free to comment in the comment section. Just ask me anything and I will really be happy to answer you. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you like my videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.